Hello viewers. With the advancement in technology and innovation, education sector demands upgradation. And Goa has already set its foot here. With the Chief Minister, who happens to be also the Education Minister of the state, Dr. Pramod Sawantji, recently made an announcement that the primary and secondary schools in every taluka will have STEM labs. Today, we are here to discuss on the same topic. STEM for all, inclusion and empowerment. To discuss and deliberate on this topic, we have some eminent panelists with us. To begin with, we have Ms. Sunaya Shirodkar. She is the founder director of Asier Solutions. We have Mr. Prashant DS, the CEO of Startup STEM. We have Mr. Neville Norona, OSD to the IT Minister, Mr. Rohan Khauteji. We also have Mr. Royce Fernandez, who is the special educator at Sanjay School for Special Children. So let's begin with today's discussion. To start with the topic, I would like to ask Sunaya Shirodkar, what exactly is STEM education and why is it so crucial for the young minds?
So STEM basically stands for science, technology, engineering and math. Now why it's important for the students to inculcate this particular subject at a young age? One is because it helps a child to develop their technical skills. So when I speak about technical skills, it may be coding, it may be robotics, it may be IoT, it may be into AI. And the other most important thing is we look at also something called as the cognitive skills out there. So when I say cognitive skills, when we say coding, the output of it looks, when we talk about scratch coding, okay, the output looks like, it's an animated story. Yes. But behind the scene, there are a lot of codes out there. And what we teach a child at a young age to start learning problem solving skills using block-based coding. Correct. So it's like basically a problem is given to a child. The child learns how to solve that particular problem or reach to that particular goal by using various blocks. And yes, in that process of it's a game for them. Yes. They keep on solving this thing till they reach that particular goal. And in this process, what they do is they have already inculcated the skills of coding, the different types of languages which are required. Yes. So the fundamental is already set over there. Then they can go ahead and learn text-based coding. Okay. So this is the technical skill what is taken part of. Apart from that, when we speak about the cognitive skills, so STEM education, it's not only about technical skills, it's also about cognitive skills, like it's team building activity, it's about building confidence, it's about increasing their self-esteem. So all these things, like it's a integration of technical skills as well as cognitive skills.
But tanka kire ashe age criteria asta, like how early can you start or tashe kire asa? Karan when you say coding, parents tanka ek stress aslo ki coding म्हणले येदे व्हडले words घेता. So like when you say what should be the age criteria for them, when should you start?
I think as soon as possible, initially आम्ही पहिली 6 वर्षाच्या start करताली, but now when we have started with this international robotics festival and it's a Lego inspired event, we have started from 4 years onwards. Okay. So we have 2 kids who are coming to us who are just 4 years. Yeah. And for them, we told them, so we don't go and tell it's coding or how it seems like it's difficult. Oh, yes, my God, it's such a huge thing. But trust me, when we say when we introduce them to the coding platform, they start with something called as Scratch Junior, and then we have Scratch. But then when they started with Scratch Junior, for them it's a game. Yeah. Every time, every Sunday that they come to take an exposure, for them it's not a learning class. For them, they're coming there to explore many things out there. Yes. So in that play only they have actually learned how to code. Yes. So yeah, I think 4 years, yes, 4.5 years. Okay. Your son is there.
Yes, I'm seeing so lot of changes in him too. Sir, Prashant sir also would like to know from you. Your child Isha is also part of the team Dazzling Dancers who is taking part at the International Robotic Festival. What are the apprehensions that you yourself have experienced from other parents? You're also a STEM advocate. So now when you hear these queries from parents, how do you tackle them?
In fact, I have been quite lucky enough to understand the importance of STEM because I have been in a profession where STEM is one of the most important component which is transforming the world today. And I thought I should look at the capabilities of my child if she can take this up. So at a very young age, she was very curious to understand things, and she was also showing interest in learning new things. So I connected with Sunaya, who is one of the pioneering startup companies in the STEM education. And at the age of 8 years, I guess, 6 years, she got connected with Sunaya and started learning. During that time, we saw that her understanding was more towards the software side. She was not very keen at looking at the hardware aspects like building the robots and other things. And many of the parents also told, why you want to push this child at such a young age into high-end learning like robotics and other things. Let her take her time and learn by herself. So we also didn't push. But when she came for the competition, we saw a huge transformation. Number one, all this while she was more inclined towards doing things on her own. But here a team was formed and there was a lot of communication. They were meeting with each other, going to each other's places and houses and working on the project. So I could see the interest, the keenness to work together as a team, the ability to communicate effectively across, what I should be doing, what you should be doing. These are some things today which children have lost touch with. Most of them are with their mobiles and other things. And getting them to talk and communicate becomes slightly difficult. It doesn't come very easy. But through this exercise, we saw that they could work as a team, they could collaborate, and also the curiosity level, how to get deeper into making it better. And that competitive spirit also came out, saying that we wanted to do it better than, what we are capable of as a team. So these are the things which I think which will help them in the long run. And as a child, as a growing child, they are still learning. But I think these exposures will fundamentally change their lives. And so I'll put it in one word, it has been very transformative in nature, the way they have been doing this.
Yeah. I think Mr. Neville also could add to it, because your child is also part of the robotics team who is going to perform at the international festival.
So I have 3 of them.
Yeah.
One is my Kachal who is 6.
Okay.
And then I have another one at 8,
Yeah.
and of course Teres is at 10. So I have all of them in various age groups.
Yeah.
So when somebody comes up with this argument, you're exposing them too much
Yes.
to coding. I really don't think in that sense. I see the fun they're having.
Yeah.
As long as they're having fun, it's not a burden on them. It's great learning. I've seen it in all 3 of them. They never hesitate when I say, okay, it's Sunday morning, you have to go for class. Teres can sleep at 12, but she'll get up early morning to go for a class.
Oh, nice.
That's the interest
Yes,
they're showing.
yes.
And it's not a burden. Everybody wants to be on that laptop
Yes.
to do what you may call coding, but they don't call it coding. They think it's a video game. It's blocks they're putting there. Okay, this thing will jump so much if I put this block here. Okay, so this animation will move upward. My animation will move sideways. They're learning it as a video game.
Correct.
Okay, and I've seen them. When Prashant says, no, it's not only these skills, they're soft skills they learn. And these soft skills, actually, I had a good laugh at them, because when they tried to do their first Zoom call, it was chaos. It took some 5 hours for them to connect to make that first Zoom call.
Correct, yes.
But that's it. They realized they were frustrated.
Yes.
But that's teamwork.
Yes.
Each one was learning that, okay, she's doing this, he's doing this, my job is this. And I made sure that my daughter knew nobody in that group.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
So she knows everybody now. And those are friendships that will take her far, probably many years to come. They'll say, oh, you were in that same coding class and that robotics class. And that is how education should be. It should be fun. And I think they're enjoying themselves. Even my Kacha Limbu, Joshua, he is enjoying himself. He is thoroughly prepared to go and give his speech also on the day.
And so you have seen the transformation at various levels.
I've
and
seen
also
them really enjoying themselves.
Sense of responsibility
Yes.
that they get to inculcate through these
And
teamwork.
I had never heard of Scratch and then Scratch Junior. So these people called me, Papa, see what we created on Scratch.
Yeah.
So I said, what's Scratch? You scratch my laptop? So they said no. So Scratch was the tool they use, the software, to actually develop this small program that they had
Correct.
written, and a good form of coding and learning that they
Yes.
had.
And I must say, as parents also, we also tend to get a little hold of scratch programming also, just to make them understand. We also had slight glimpse of everything. So on that note, let's have some experience of first-hand magic. The team of the 5-member team, dazzling dancers who are going to showcase their project at the International Robotic Festival, are here to show us their project. So let's be prepared to experience some creativity and ingenuity.
So let me show you all the working prototype of a project. So this is the stage in which the artist will perform on, and basically there are tiles with FSR sensors on them, which means when the artist will step on them and perform, the lights will go up. So when I press this sensor, the red lights will go on, and when I press this sensor, the green lights will go on. Calling upon Sanvi to show the simulation of a project.
Now let me show you all this, the future of our project. So we have made a simulation using block programming to show you all how our project would look like in real life. Let me show you all the demo. So as you all can see, when the dancer dances, the floor lightens up. So the dancers can have more fun. We use Scratch for the same.
Welcome back. To take this discussion further, Sunaya, म्हाका अनेक प्रश्न आशिल्लो तुजे कडेन. आमी आतां स्टेमचे फुल फॉर्म सांगले तुवें, सायन्स, टेक्नॉलॉजी, इंजिनियरींग, मॅथमॅटिक्स. इज इट जस्ट अबाउट दिस टेक्निकल थिंग, मॅथमॅटिक्स, इंजिनियरींग, की ताका आनी कितें अशे अलायन प्रोग्राम्स आसा, की आनी कितें अशे वेगळे वेगळे स्किल्स तुमी हॉन करता ह्या भुरग्यां खातीर?
Definitely the base is science आणि टेक्नॉलॉजी, इंजिनियरिंग आणि
लोकांक कितें दिसता बाकीचे सेक्शन्स आसात न्ही, सायन्सूच कित्याक फोकस करता? लेट देम एक्सप्लोर अदर थिंग्स.
इट्स नॉट ओनली अबाउट सायन्स, कळ्ळें? इट्स नॉट दॅट वे लायक कशें म्हणटात, इट्स नॉट ओनली अबाउट दी लॉजिकल थिंकिंग, बट इट्स ऑल्सो अबाउट गेटिंग द क्रिएटिविटी आउट from a child. Now each and every team that is going to participate over here, they have not copied, it's an original idea that they have come up with.
Okay.
A theme is been given to them, a challenge is already been given to the child, saying that so there is a stage and there could be some problems out there. Think about what problems could occur and how do you all want to solve this kind of problems. Now, and there are different categories. Now for the Discover group, that is 4 to 6 years, they actually don't have to really do any kind of a prototype or come up with a product. They just need to come up with their idea. So they like a 4-year is actually started, they have actually started thinking what can happen on a stage, what can go wrong on a stage,
Correct.
and then create something like it's a what do you say, a story or something, wherein they feel like, okay, there are these two characters, they'll come together, they are having a problem, how they're going to solve it. This entire thing is what they have put on their stage.
Okay.
So
Correct.
this is a creativity that we have got out, like it's a new thing, it's nowhere there.
Yes. So give an opportunity for these younger minds to explore these things in a different way.
And in fact, like different platform gives them the opportunity to draw their own things.
Okay.
So for Vardhan loves dinosaurs, and we didn't have a sprite in dinosaur. Like, so we went ahead and we
created another, we drew one for him.
Drew one for him and got that.
Yes. Yeah.
So different types of subjects which are there.
Yes. So, and also when we talk about STEM, we may also mention that STEM is all about inclusion and empowerment. I wanted to know from Mr. Royce Fernandez. He is the special educator at Sanjay School for Special Children. How has STEM education impacted the special children?
It's a proud moment for Sanjay School for Special Education, because they are first time participating in the Goa International Robotic Festival.
Yes.
So our students are very excited to participate, and they have shown interest in learning. Like from starting for training, they also showed very interest. They were interested, and they like it's not like how they were learning, like it was learning through fun way.
Fun, okay.
Fun. And they also showed their creativity. Creativity and also the problem solving skills.
Okay.
Certain problem arises, they were able to see detect that problem. Suppose there was any like for example a loose connection, or whether the robot's arm like was not working, they were themselves rectifying the problem.
Okay.
Without our help. So like this robot, the arm is not working. So like we had given them full freedom.
Okay.
Without like it's like what do you call, like suppose this you all don't touch that, it will break. No, we have given them full freedom.
Okay.
It's like error based. They make mistake, then they rectify it. It's like that.
तांकाय बी तुम्ही टीमान घालून केले की इंडिविजुअली तांकाय केले?
There was a collaboration and communication. Like for example, we have a mixture category, like hearing impaired slow learners. Like one partner was a slow learner, one partner was a hearing impaired, so they would communicate with each other.
Okay.
Like that. Yeah.
आणि मागीर तुम्ही तांकां ती तुमचे कडेन येताली हेल्प करपाक, सो तांकां समजून घेतना त्या प्रोग्रामाचेर तुमकां कितें डिफिकल्टीज आयल्यो तांकां हे करतना टॅकल करता? तांकां सपोज तुमी आतां म्हणिल्लें न्ही ताजो आर्म मोडलो, सी मागीर तुमचे कडेन ते प्रॉब्लेम घेवन येताली, तुमी बसताली.
Certain they used to tell us, like we used to obviously guide them, but they were eager like
to learn
that.
Correct.
This is the thing, like tightening of this. Okay. Like for example, one problem was there with a tire. Tire, that's what sound was coming. Some sound was there. So they told us that the sound was coming. So we told them, this is the thing you all do.
Okay. ते आपुणूच मागीर प्रॉब्लम करून फुडें येताली. बरें आसा. सो as Mr. Royce just mentioned that this team is going to participate, we are going to have a small glimpse of what exactly the project here is that the special students are going to showcase at the International Robotic Festival.
Hello guys, my name is Zoeb Kachi. I am from Sanjay Center for Special Education, Purvarim, Goa. Our team name is Exclusive Mind. Last week we got the robotic training. We have learned lots of things. First 4 days we had assembled the robot. Then we had did coding part. Then we have learned how to operate the robot by using the joystick in front, backwards, left side, right side, all things. Then after that we have learned how to resolve the problems. After that we had starting practicing in the schools. In the schools also we had got many problems, like example wire losing. When we was using robot, the speed was slow. Then we checked that, then we got the wire was loose. Then we had fixed the wire properly. Then second time happened, the wheel sound was coming too. So we had opened the wheel, we checked, and we had changed the wheel, and we had put another wheel. Then we had checked that it was the sound was not coming. Third thing, the arm motor was not working. So we had opened the motor and we had changed the motor. So we had faced this many problems, and we enjoyed the robotic training was a lot. We should go to Margaon Gujarati Samaj School to learn this training. We had did 3rd January to 9th January this training. We enjoyed a lot. We learned many things from there.
फर्स्ट आमी तो आर्म केलोलो मातसो बॉर्डर कोतो ताका आमी तो व्हील आर्म करून आमी व्हील लायलोलो व्हील काडून आमी कनेक्ट करून मोटर कनेक्ट केलोलो मोटर काडून जॉयस्टिक लायलो हे कंपेर तो लायलोलो तो कनेक्ट करून मागीर आमी ते आख्खे 4 मोटर लावन आमी ते कनेक्ट केले मोटराक टेले मोटर सो वी आमी तो मोटर कित्याक घालो सेकेंड मोटराक तो फर्स्ट मोटर आमी तो व्हिलाक गेलोलो मागीर सेकेंड मोटर आहा तो आमी आर्माक यूज केलो 2 मोटर यूज आर्म देन वी यूज द बॅटरी फॉर द इमिडिएट टू मूव द रोबोट्स at the battery will be the robot that we have to put the charging for the battery and then we the arm kelo to pick करपाक तो ओडपाक तो pick arm.
वेलकम बॅक. हे डिस्कशन फुडें व्हरतना म्हाका सुनया कडल्यान आनी एक प्रश्न विचारपा आशिल्लो. STEM adds value to learning and collaboration. How does it do that? I mean, if you could share us some more,
One thing
inputs here.
definitely, like it's a great start wherein a child, if they really know what is their strength, like when we talk about robotics, it's not only about building a machine out there, but also so we have to understand, when I say robotics, it's around 5 domains that comes into, like it's about mechanical engineering, it's about electrical engineering, it's electronics, it's AI and computer. So when a child is actually building a robot, child knows whether I'm good into the connections, or whether I'm good into programming the robot, or whether I'm good into designing the robot, or what it is. So one thing is, the moment they realize that I'm good into electrical connections, or maybe I'm good into programming the robot, I need to choose this particular domain. So early career choice is formed out there. So they are filtered out. I mean, their career is filtered out there, so they know what they want. And the moment we know that, like once a goal has been set, then nothing can stop
you.
vision.
And you pursue that goal.
Yes,
You
pursue
do
that.
what may come to
Exactly.
pursue that thing. So that is how the students are also trained, or they are shown these are the various fields that you can choose from.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. We have a representative from the government side also. Sir, we want to know your view. How does the government view this STEM education for young minds?
We're very fortunate we're in Goa. We got a dynamic chief minister who came out with the program CM Cares last year, which changed the curriculum from the standard 6th onwards, where he introduced coding and robotics. We have a dynamic IT minister, Shri Rohan Khaute, who's also very much focused on youth and taking the programs ahead for youth. In fact, for our startup incentives, he has asked us to include the youth, the students, so from colleges, so that they are also eligible for various schemes of the government to promote the startup cultures. And we have Sunaya here, who is a wonderful example of a startup which is contributing to society. Right? She's training so many students, and you will see for the International Robotics Festival also, there'll be almost 600 to 700 students there. I mean, it's a big thing for Goa. We pulled this event due to the intervention of our minister, Shri Rohan Khaute, and we managed to pull it to Goa, and we are sure we'll make this stay in Goa, so that besides just getting the education right, we'll also have practical usage of what we're learning. Right? We learn it in school, but what are we doing on ground? So I am sure Goa has a great future in this, because the way we are going with education and teaching them the basics of robotics, AI, coding, our students have a great future, because this shouldn't be barriers to them tomorrow. We have seen coding become a barrier to many engineering graduates, but if they learn it at this stage as a fun activity, they are sure to take it a long way, in their careers ahead. And it need not be engineering. Today, robotics, even a doctor uses robotics today.
Yes.
So the career path is not restricted to engineering, but they can choose diverse fields after this.
Yes.
Having understood the basics of all sciences here.
Yes.
So STEM gives them a good feel of everything. They can choose their career after that.
Yeah. Over to you, Sir Prashantji. What is the actual lesson that STEM education imparts to these children? Is it just about winning at any competition or career orientation, or what exactly does STEM education impart to these students?
I think the potential of every child should be realized. That's most important, both for as an individual and as a country and as a society. And the contributions of every person is very important in general for the development. Now, STEM education is a platform which gives an opportunity for every individual to showcase and identify what they are good at, whether they are good at the science, mathematics, engineering,
That's the full form. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So at a very early stage, when they get to identify that, a lot of their innate skills are exposed. For example, the ability to understand how to build things. Secondly, the ability to also understand how understand what is the science behind things, why it is happening, why you should get curious. And if that really excites the child, then the child gets exposed and the child gets deeper into the knowledge. And besides this is also an opportunity for them to develop, we call that the left brain and the right brain combinations. So STEM education actually helps to develop both these aspects, because it's not just a component of science itself, it's a multi-dimensional learning opportunity. So that's why I feel STEM education is very essential, particularly at a very young age when the child is in the learning stage.
And with this important point, we come to the end of this discussion. Before we wind up, I would like to thank all our eminent panelists for sparing so much time with us and sharing your important inputs with us and the audience today. With this note, we come to the end of this discussion. Today, we just managed to scratch just the surface of what STEM education is all about. STEM helps children to foster their creativity, helps boost their innovation, and also empowers them to face the society. Remember, audience, every child needs an opportunity to empower themselves, to showcase their creativity and to create something new. Let's celebrate this diversity, help these young minds innovate, and also focus on a brighter future of innovation tomorrow. Thank you.